हमारा फैम वाले कंट्री ना वाले वाले के साइड तब से देखो ना कहाँ ना उसे जो तब ना बोल
पेंसिल ऑप्शन को देखो लास्ट से पेंसिल करके पिछले और पेंसिल को प्रेस कर सकते हैं क्लिक करो कमेंट्स ऑन लेवल पिछला वाला किस
no I'm not using it. So how many students are there? 35. Let's wait for 5 minutes more. तो देखिए देखिए मतलब send send and लिखित अभी खाना है and and your registration number and give the this registration number and left it. So let me say this one. So everybody, so now we'll send a, basically your registration number in a file, and you should give that number while filling the feedback. Okay, so let's start. So welcome to this class, Introduction to LaTeX Report Writing. So let me say something about the plan we are having about this add-on course. So we'll having the 4 different module, basically the syllabus, and today we'll try to cover most of the things from the module 1. And the content you can see what is LaTeX, its key features, then installation, how we want to install depending on the kind of instrument you are using, and then we'll also learn few important aspect of this course, like what is the objective and outcome that we are expecting from the course. So the primary objective is to learn the LaTeX tool, and at the end of the day, we'll be able to write some of the official document, the report that we are planning to do in a practical class. So that is what we expect once you complete the course. So let's try to understand fast module fast part. This is the syllabus. So how to install this LaTeX? So depending on the kind of instrument you are using, for example, if you are using the Windows system, then you have to install the mic tech. This is the type MIKTEX, mic tech, but not text actually. This is tech, mic tech. Then if you are using Mac, then it is text off. Okay. However, if you are using mobile, most of the things, and I hope most of you are also using the mobile, so then we'll need to use the online platform called Authority in order to create the command or the report or the file we are interested in. So what we are going to learn from the module one, we'll try to understand various kind of commands, arguments, level, and other features which are needed in order to create a LaTeX file. So without delay, let's try to move. So this LaTeX is basically a software system or preparation system in order to prepare like a professional document, okay, which will be looking very high standard. And this is mainly a typesetting software in the sense that we do not need to worry about the formatting that we generally do, right? We here only need to focus on the content part, what we need to write, not how to write. So the how to write part or the formatting part will be automatically done by the software itself. And so our main primary focus will be what to write. Okay. So basically, the engine of this LaTeX system is a software called Tech or Text, and it was basically a programming language which was basically drawn way back. And on this software called text software, the LaTeX has been built. So the real engine behind the LaTeX is text. Okay. So how we pronounce it, you see the way it is written, that is LaTeX or LaTeX. Okay. So generally we call it LaTeX, but this is not how we should pronounce. So let's try to do some of the deep dive into these features. So the mainly these key features are content focus. That, as I have already discussed, here we need to focus primarily on what to write, not how to write. So we need to focus on the preparation of the content that we need to write. Okay. Then what other feature it provides us? It provides this typesetting capabilities. For example, we want to write a book. So each book is having specific kind of formatting. So we can do those things using the LaTeX. Or you want to write a research report, a research paper, or something technical report. So in those kind of documents, you have the specific format, and those specific format can be set using the LaTeX. That is another important aspect. Then most of you might be using the window office, okay, where you are using like Word or PowerPoint. So there you might have faced little difficulties in giving inputs for this mathematical expression like alpha, beta, gamma, or some complicated equations. Then it is always difficult there, right? So in case of LaTeX, those are very much doable easily, and you can use that one. Then you can also do so many automation here. For example, you are using some reference, and some of the reference will be like cross reference, like two, three times reference. If you are using some document, let's say Word file, and if you put two different reference of same kind, then you will have the two reference, but actually that you one reference. So those kind of cross reference things can be avoided using the LaTeX. What are the other things? Like let's say when you are trying to use some graphs, okay, or align some of the equation, then all those things can be easily done here using the customization. Okay, so like you can align the graphs, you can change the height, width of those graphs very easy. Okay, so we understand that it provides lots of feature with respect to our in opposed to the office. Okay, so that is why we can easily get all professional documents very easily using certain commands. For sure. So what are those basic commands? Commands whenever I am saying there are is a language. So it has certain word which is reserved for particular purpose. You cannot use those words for your own necessity. Okay. So that is why it is very important to understand what are those basic structure or command structure. So, for example, I am giving you an example. What are the command structure? Here, it is a, you have written a slash text bf. So, let's say in the your command line, I mean the in your text, you want, let's say, boldface because you want to highlight it in bold. Then you have to use a command called slash textbf. Okay. So, if it is a command, then you will have to always use a backslash. That is important. Okay, that is one example. Then there are certain argument. For example, in the argument session, it is written slash backslash session, and then within the curly bracket, it is introduction. So if you want to introduce a new paragraph having a new session, then you have to write like this. So if you put backslash session and introduction, then your introduction part will come with certain number, and then you can write the introduction part. Okay. Then another example, in the beginning of a class or document class, you have to use this one, slash document class, and within this bracket, the square bracket, 12pt and then article. Then you must be wondering, we are using two kind of brackets. One is square bracket, another is curly bracket. So whenever you are using a square bracket, so that is optional. Whether you are writing that bracket, I mean the content or things within the square bracket or not, that is of your choice. So here it is optional, but when you are using curly bracket, then you will have to use something, some word which is known to the programming language itself. So it is very important to note. Here, what is 12 means? 12 means the text size. Usually, the default size of the text is 10 pt, 10 point, or that is the size. But when you make it 12, then the letter will be little bit bigger as compared to the default. And the article is like any standard article you want to write, so it will be like kind of A4 paper size, and within that A4 paper, you want to write the things you want to see. These are the things. Then there are other command. Some of the commands are predefined, as I have told you. For example, the slash or backslash xdf is predefined, so you cannot change that word. Then some of the mathematical terms you might be using like alpha, or let's say you want to use the date, then it will give the date slash today, then automatically the date will come out. So these kind of some of the commands are predefined. Then some of the command also you will define by yourself. For example, you give the slash new command, and you give some command structure, which will of course we'll try to understand in detail. Then you can modify or you make your own command. Just like the alpha, beta, gamma symbol will come. Similarly, if you define your own symbol, then automatically you can get it. You can define it. It has the provision that it provides you that feature. So you can define your own structure or symbol. Then some mathematical commands are also there. For example, you want to write sine symbol, then cos, alpha, beta, gamma. Okay, some like you want to divide A by B, then you have to use some mathematical function called f, something like that. Then you might have seen some of the name or some of the unit like angstrom or some A or N to the power some tilde symbol. So those symbols can be used it using the latex, and there are certain way how to use that one. So these are the some of the key features I have discussed. I know it is a little bit difficult for sure, but nothing to worry. Okay. In the meantime, what would happen? We'll try to use it directly, and then you can understand, because it is not always easy to remember everything, and even you do not need to remember anything. We will try to understand what you need to remember and what you do not need at all to remember. So when you take an example, then you can easily get it. So this is a basically structure. how to write the table of content, okay, in the LaTeX. But before we go there, what I want to show you, let us see an example, okay? Then it will be easy for us to go and see what this command line means. So for you, let's say I have an example, okay? So here I have something for you. Let's say, can you see in the screen? I hope you can see. So you can see here. Okay, wait. So here, let's say in the file, let me go back a little bit. Okay. So I was just in the earlier, I was talking about the installation process. So I have a link here. If you want the mic and the mic tech, then here is the link. If you click the link, then you can easily go there. Okay, and you see here, you can easily see this is my tag file. Okay, prerequisites are there, and then you can download from here. You see, for the Mac, for Windows, for Linux, all the downloads are there. You can easily download it and install it. Okay, this is one aspect. So if you have some other things like let's say uh, other system, I mean, let's say Mac or other, then you can download the. Then we have an online platform, let's say here. This is called Overlay. If you're within mobile, then it is even easier. So let's go there. This one, let's say, it is the overlay. And here, actually, you need to log in. Actually, I have already logged in, so that is why I'm able to open it. But for you, you need to log in. Once you log in using your own email ID, then you can get it here. Okay, and you can play with it. So here is an example of your LaTeX file. What are the things it is written there? You can easily see. So on the left hand side, you can see here. Let's you can see here. Okay, this is the LaTeX file. So you can see. I hope it will be even visible better. Okay, okay. Let's see. So this is that document class. I was giving you example, and it is written article. So basically, you do not need to write that 12 pt or 10 pt because that was just optional. So this is the document class, and then what you need to write? Begin document. Once you write begin document, then it has to end. This is the end document. So this is the beginning. This is the end, and in between these two, whatever the things you will write, like this written past document. This is something like that. So you can easily write here. This is my past LaTeX document. Full stop. Okay. So once you run on the right hand side, this is the compile. So once you run it like this, then on the right hand side, you can easily get it. This is my past LaTeX document. Easily you can get. So so this is the starting. So whatever the things I was talking on the left hand side. So before beginning, whatever the things it is written, this is usually called preamble. Okay? Like slash document class. This is the preamble. And whatever the things you need on the display of your document, you have to write inside the begin document and before the end document. Whatever the things you type here, it will be displayed on the right hand side. This is a PDF document. And then if you want to download the PDF document here, there is a download button. Just download it, and you can easily see. You see, you see. This is the once we download it, then you can you see. This is what we have written, right? This is my first text document. This is an example. Okay, of course, this is not our purpose, but as an example, I have shown. Okay, this is one. Okay, suppose you want to enhance the some more feature. This is not a simple one. I mean, I want something more. Okay, can I write something better? The answer is yes. So how can I write it? So let's try to write it. Okay. So for example, here I have written another document. Okay, for as an example. Okay. So here you can see here. Okay. So what are the things I have written? Let's say go to the first line. This is the document class. Then 12 pt, the size, and letter paper, because we have different kind of papers like paper size paper, A5 paper, and even bigger size paper. So like you give size of kind, and the text size is 12. Then you want the title, because in the document you give a title, right? My first text document, this is the title. Okay, whatever the things you write, title, title, whatever the things you write, latex. Then you are an author, okay? Let's say create the author, okay? Then here it is written that slash thanks funded by overlay. Well, even you don't need to thanks, but you want to write something, then you can give the email also, right? Okay, something like that. Email you gave. Okay, we'll see where it will be displayed. And then date. Today is, let's say, 2025 and this is March. Okay, okay, something like that. Then begin document. Then here you write something. We have now added a title or a date. Our first the text document. It is something like that. Okay. Then uh, you can do something like this. We have now added title, author, and this, and it is just wrong. Okay, like this. You see here, you on the right hand side. I hope you can see. You see, whatever the things on the left hand side we have written in the LaTeX command line, you can easily get title, my first text document, k dot nayak, and you have a star here. What is the star? We'll see. Then date today is March 2025, and then we have now added whatever the things after the title slash make title you have written, it is coming here, and you can see here is a star means this is k dot nayak at the rate of gmail.com. Okay, from here we have this email address. So I hope you can get it and you understand some of this feature, how to make a latex, so you can easily see. Let's say you want to download it, then let's try to and try to see how it looks. You see here. Here, you can see the document. This here we did not or we have not formatted anything. Like it is done by default, right? If you would have done in using the Word, then you need to set the size of this title in a bigger one. Then this is a little bit smaller, and this was smaller. Then you have to set up this indentation like left margin, right margin, top margin. You see here, we have not done anything. We have just typed few words, and those things has been displayed on the document itself, and without doing any kind of formatting. And that is where this latex come handy when you are typing something official document or a document which you want to be uniform throughout the file from top to bottom. Okay, whether it is a research paper, your thesis, your CV, or your presentation, whatever, because all these documents require a format which should be uniform throughout the document. And you also do not want to invest too much time for formatting different things. So that is why it is important that you should understand the latex and some of the basic command. Once you know the basic command, then automatically you can get these kind of documents without any issue. Okay, and here you do not need to worry about the size or the indentation where it should be kept. Nothing. Okay, it will be done automatically. Size once you define those thing command in the beginning of the document. Okay, so I hope you got some of the points which we want to show you in the latex part. Okay, so this is the first part. So let's try to go or deep dive a little bit more today in the first module itself. So let's try to see. So, okay, this is we have already understood how to use the overleaf, how to install the MedTech, or then if you want to read something more, that no, this is not sufficient. I want even more. So the link is given here. Actually, if you click the second link, then you can actually go this LaTeX tutorial, and this is, let's say, I think about 155 pages. Okay, LaTeX tutorial by the LaTeX itself. Okay, and here you have a I mean bunch of reference and in detail reference. Okay, in content and everything. Okay, so if you are interested, of course you can go there. You can understand each and every line word by word, and you can even test it because we have already showed you how to test all those things and using the overlay. Okay, so you take any of these command line from this, and you just copy and paste in the overlay. For example, let's we have already tested those symbols. You see how those special symbols are working and everything. Okay, which of course will see in the meantime for sure. So with this, I think. Mm, uh, I would like to request Jonas, can you share that one, that feedback for the attendance? And in the meantime, we'll take the attendance. You should fill up that feedback form, and that will be your attendance. Okay, submit it within the 5 minutes, and then we can proceed for sure for the next section. Okay. So if feedback has been, we have already sent a feedback page, and you should click it in the Google, okay, and fill up that feedback. And that is basically your attendance. We'll register it online. So yeah, please do it. And as I was talking about this, here how to use this overlay. You see, it's very simple. So if you'll see on the left hand side, let's see, here's the LaTeX. Okay. So on the left hand side, even though I have written so many things here, you just have to see this one. This is a new file. Okay. Here, what we'll do, we just click this one, new file. There will be a name. Okay. Past test file. Some you just give some name .tx, then you will get that one. It will be automatically created. Okay. Uh, well, I think I messed up somewhere. Okay. So you'll get something like this test. Okay, there will be only a simple file. Okay, this is actually getting created here. Okay, let me bring- yes. Yeah. So you'll get something like this name, which is basically blank because a blank page. Then what we'll do? We have already some example I have tested. So you just uh, let's say you just write something that document class. You see here, it will automatically come. Okay. So you just click this document class. Then you want 12 PT, just 12 PT. Then which kind if you want? You want article kind of a beamer, PPT, or a book, or letter, or a report. These kind of features, everything. It's coming in different size. So you want the article. So just article. Okay. Then you just write begin what? Document. Okay, then if once you create the begin document, it will become end document will be coming automatically. So you can write here anything. This is my past LaTeX file. Okay, just test it. Okay, and just run on the right hand side here. Recompile. Okay, so you can see here. This is my first LaTeX file on the right hand side. You can just download the PDF and that's all. So this is how we'll proceed, and you do not need and install anything. You just log into the overlay page using your Gmail account, and then just create a file and write few lines of code. Okay, and once it is the environment is set up, then whatever the things you will do, right? Just write it. That's all. That's all for today. So this is how we learn, and I hope in the next class we will also proceed further. So this is the beginning, and then we'll understand more commands, how to insert the table, figure, even prepare the documents, and then I'll give you the handy thesis report or CV or anything like that, and we'll edit it and try to do our own. And in the meantime, we'll have some exams too. Okay, good. So that's all for today. Thank you. And I hope we'll take the next class tomorrow or day after tomorrow. I will announce it in the WhatsApp. Thank you. Do you have any announcement? No? Yeah, go ahead. And the link will close within 5 minutes, whatever the link you have. So it is better everybody should submit it. Thank you.